Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Just Jordan Show. I'm your host Jordan, and in today's episode we are just chatting about random stuff. Mainly going to be talking about the Royal Rumble, which is tonight. Recording this on Saturday the 27th of January. And yeah, I am really looking forward to it. It's going to be a really good pay-per-view. I don't think I've really spoken about wrestling on this channel before. I think I might have mentioned it in passing, but not anything like, doing an analysis or what I think what I think is going to happen, what I would like to see happen at tonight's Royal Rumble pay-per-view, which is coming from Florida. I hope everyone's doing alright. I've been obviously away for quite a while. I haven't actually done a video with me in the actual video for 3 weeks now, so yeah, apologies about that for the lack of content. The week after I did that video I didn't feel too great, and then the week after that I've been obviously recovering from not feeling too great. I think it's just, general virusy cold, weather keeps changing. One day it's really cold, one day it's much warmer, one day it's raining, one day it's windy, one day it's sunny. It spreads it all around, doesn't it, in a bit of a, just a bit of a mix and a mesh. So yeah, apologies for that, guys. But yeah, I hope to be doing more regular videos. I think I've said that in the past as well. I've said I'll be doing more videos, and then I end up doing not as many. But yeah, Royal Rumble tonight. It's got two, obviously, Royal Rumble matches, one for the women's and one for the men. Now, obviously, if you've not watched wrestling before or know what the Royal Rumble is, it's basically 30 people, so 30 men in one match and 30 women enter the match. Two start off in the match, and then every, I think it's 60 to 90 seconds, something like that, another wrestler comes into the ring, and the match doesn't end until all 30 have entered the ring, and there's one person left, one woman left in the women's match, and one man in the men's Royal Rumble. And the winners of both them Royal Rumbles go on to WrestleMania to face the champion of their choosing. Now, for the men's Royal Rumble, I think personally, CM Punk, who returned at Survivor Series, will win the men's Royal Rumble. That's my prediction, anyway. And then for the women's Royal Rumble, I think Bayley will win. Now, my reasoning for CM Punk is that he's just returned. Obviously, he wants to come back and do what he didn't do in the past, which was main event at WrestleMania. Because back when CM Punk was in wrestling, there was only one night of WrestleMania. Now there's two, so there's more opportunity for him to main event one of the two nights. And what's very good about the fact that they've done that 2-day WrestleMania, as well as other pay-per-views, is that there's at least a pay-per-view on a Saturday going into a Sunday morning, which makes it much easier for me personally when I want to obviously stay up late and watch it, because it's in the American time zone. It won't start till 12 tonight. It'll be 12 till 4 or half 3, 4, probably about then. It could even run over, I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's going to be a really good pay-per-view. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, it's quite funny because in the past, when it was on a Sunday going into a Monday, I would book the Monday off work. So during the lockdown, obviously, COVID lockdown, I had so much extra holiday that I wasn't using. Obviously, we were still getting our holiday entitlement at work, so I just would book off every Monday for each pay-per-view. So it was like once a month I was off a random Monday. It was fantastic. And yeah, it was like I'd have a 4-day week every month, at least one 4-day week every month because of wrestling. So I could not be getting up at like 8:30, 9, working from home after going to bed at like 4, 3:30. Like, count me out of that one. I'll just book off work. But yeah, I've always stayed up for the pay-per-views ever since probably about, I'll probably say about 2012. I'd say, yeah, probably when I was ending school. Probably after school ended, and then college, because obviously with college you got up at like different times of school, depending on if you had like free periods and stuff like that. And obviously you go into college, you don't really care, you just go like proper knackered and then come home and then have a sleep or something. But yeah, it's been good watching it. I've always been into wrestling. I think you can actually see a wrestling ring above my head there that just hasn't gone up into the loft, basically, so it's now just in this bedroom on top of the shelf. But yeah, so that's the men's and women's. The women's, going back to the women's, why I think Bayley will win. I think it's because basically the storyline is set for Bayley because she's part of a group. I ain't going to go into much detail, but she's part of a group called Damage Control, and I think she will turn on Damage Control, and she'll go for the champion, Io Sky, who is part of Damage Control with her. So yeah, she's part of a group, and I think she's getting slowly ousted out of the group, and I think she'll turn. I think they'll turn on her, and then she'll challenge Io Sky at WrestleMania for the title. And then the other two matches are Logan Paul and Kevin Owens facing off against each other for the United States title. I think Logan Paul will win. He's only just turned champion. He turned champion, I think, at one of the Saudi Arabia events. Can't remember the name of it, so apologies for that. But I think it was then. But yeah, he won the belt off of Rey Mysterio. And yeah, I think it's his first title defence. He's not going to lose. I can't see that happening. And then the other match is a fatal four-way for the WWE Championship, Universal Heavyweight. They combined two belts together. And that's held by Roman Reigns. So it's Roman Reigns versus LA Knight versus AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. So yeah, the winner of that will be Roman Reigns, because I think Roman will take the belt into WrestleMania. Because basically you have Royal Rumble, then you have an event in the middle. This year it's Elimination Chamber, which is a whole nother video that we could do closer to the time. I think that's in February or March. And then you have WrestleMania. So Royal Rumble is like the starting block to the road to WrestleMania. So yeah, I am very much looking forward to it. I usually have the same routine that I do for every not every Royal Rumble, every WWE pay-per-view. I usually obviously get food. I usually get a pizza, because, you know, it's a food that you can just have hot or cold, and you can just have it across the night. So I'll get it about 12 and then eat it between matches. It's really cool. I'll eat most of it like when it first comes. But yeah, it's good. I do like staying up for it. Obviously, in the past I've watched it with people, but most of the time now, because obviously everyone's actually grown up, unlike me. Peter Pan syndrome. Never growing up. Never grow old. Well, I'm definitely growing old. Look at the hair. But yeah, getting older. But yeah, I just still enjoy watching them. And most of the time I either watch it just, sound on, obviously, and just sit there and watch it, or I sometimes, because I like different YouTube channels with their live streams and getting their opinions and thoughts, and obviously they have like group messaging and people like message, especially with a night like Royal Rumble when there's surprise entrances and you don't know who's coming next after the 60 to 90 seconds time elapses. You can just, see on there and be like, get everyone's reaction at the same time. It's pretty cool. So yeah, a good one that I listen to is Cultaholic. They used to be part of What Culture, but then they left and formed their own group called Cultaholic, and I like watching their live streams. So yeah, I'm going to be probably watching that tonight at some point at least. But yeah, I think the actual event starts at 1, but the kickoff show, which is basically like getting everyone in the mood for it, is between 12 and 1. And I watched that via the WWE Network. You can buy it through like TNT Sports Box Office, but it's like £20. So if you get the WWE Network, it's £10 a month, and there's at least one pay-per-view, excuse me, usually a month. So makes sense to do that, really. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Royal Rumble. But yeah, this is going to be a bit more of like just talking about anything. So yeah, not just Royal Rumble that's happening. Obviously, we've had the January transfer window, which has had nothing happen in it with football-wise. Well, nothing of real significance. Calvin Phillips has joined West Ham on loan, which I think is quite a decent bid. I feel like it's very risk-free. Like, if it doesn't work out, he goes back to City, or he goes City, sell him to someone else. I can't see him playing for City again, even though he didn't really play for him to begin with. I think he's made 4 appearances for City in the Premier League, I think, this season. And that's off the bench, I think. I don't think he started any games. So, it's one of them. But it's one of them, like, players that are, there's a talent there, but he needs game time, doesn't he? And especially with the Euros coming up this year, he needs to start playing more regular football. But I don't know where he fits into West Ham. Obviously off the bench, but like that's the same as Man City. But he might play the odd game here and there, because West Ham has still got Europa League football as well to contend with. So the other transfer was Eric Dyer, wasn't it, to Bayern Munich? Yeah. So that was a bit of a random one, but obviously, yeah, again, he wasn't being played either. So he's headed off to play some games. Probably might try and break into the England squad. I doubt it, but because where do you play Dyer? Do you play him centre back, or do you play him in the midfield? No, I don't know. But yeah, I think there's better options than both of them, really. Both Calvin Phillips and Eric Dyer. Yeah, I'd like, for example, James Ward-Prowse. I'd take him over Eric Dyer and Calvin Phillips in that midfield. So, just my opinion. But yeah, Arsenal haven't done anything in the transfer window. Obviously, been what's the word? We've been linked with some strikers, but nothing that's actually come to any like proper ball rolling. But we'll see. We'll see. The biggest news really in world football at the moment has been the announcement from Jurgen Klopp that he's going to be leaving Liverpool at the end of this season. To me, it's a big shock. To do it at the time that he has done it is very. It's not like it's 5 games before the end of the season. He's gone, come next season, guys. I'm not going to be the Liverpool manager anymore. He's done it right in the middle of the sort of just after the middle of 55% through the season, when they're still in the Champions League, they're still in the FA Cup, they're in the Carabao Cup final, they're top of the table in the Premier League. It's a very strange move, but he obviously wanted to announce it. Apparently, according to, I think I heard it on some YouTube channel, I can't remember the name, sorry, but apparently he had made this decision in November and he's only announced it now, which is bizarre. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else in terms of footballing news that I can think of off the top of my head. Obviously, with this channel, I never do anything, I haven't got anything really pre-planned here. It's just all off the top of my head. Who else we got in the world of sports? Oh, Luke Littler won his first PDC event. He won the Bahrain Masters, I think they call it? The Bahrain Masters, yeah. The Dutch Open, I think they call it the Dutch Open, is on at the moment. That's, well, not right now, it's on this weekend. It's this evening against, I think Littler's playing Luke Humphries, yeah, so it's the rematch from the World Championships. So that'll be a good one to watch as well. I think, there's some good stuff on at the moment. You've got Royal Rumble, you've got the darts, obviously football. Arsenal play again on the 30th of Jan against Nottingham Forest. Obviously, it was a nice 5-0 victory. It was a much needed victory. We needed to score some goals, and we did. So, but yeah, that's kind of it really. So it's a bit of like just chatting about myself, talking about Royal Rumble, talking about the football, a little bit of darts sprinkled in. But yeah, I thought I'd just get a video out to you guys just to say I'm back. Hopefully, going to be making some more videos. Thank you very much to everyone who's been who watched the Darth Vader mask and the lightsaber review episodes. They've done quite well in terms of the views, which I much appreciate. It looks like people like the old Star Wars content, so I'll bring hopefully more of that as and when I can. But yeah, I think that's kind of it really. Obviously, we'll try and do some more discussions with actual, not just myself talking to the camera, be more so with guests, which will be, good to have. But yeah, it's hard to what I'm going to call this one in terms of a title. Probably Royal Rumble 2024 discussion, or just random discussion. I did have a thought about doing a video about because I was talking about earlier with food for wrestling. It was going to be what was going to be my ideal dinner. So if I had to have a starter, main and dessert, what was going to be my main dinner choices. So if you want something like that, I think I might do a video with that. Just a quick 5-minute or a couple of minutes. I could even do it now. Yeah, why not? We'll do it now. So this is going to be entered into this video as well. Hence why I can't think of the title for the video. So what would be my ideal dinner? I think I've had a good thought about this. Starter would be probably some portobello mushrooms in a cheese and garlic. Cheese with garlic mixed into the bit of garlicky herby, like you would get in a Turkish restaurant. Nice starter that is. No bread with it, just because otherwise you'll be a bit full up. And what I'm going to be ordering is very carby anyway. So for the main, it's going to be a pizza. It's my favourite food. It's the best. It's the best. I could have pizza every day of the week. Well, not every day of the week. Once a week, and not be bored of it at all. And there's so many different things you do. I know a lot of people just say, "Oh, George, it's bread with cheese, tomato, and other toppings." It's just sometimes the simple things are the best, and pizza is the best. So yeah, in terms of toppings, pepperoni has to be on there. I like a bit of vegetables as well, so maybe some onion, maybe some mushroom, maybe some peppers. But yeah, definitely a pizza and then the toppings and the style of pizza, I prefer a little bit of a base, not really thin crust. I like a crust that you can actually taste the crust, rather than, you know, it feels like a hockey puck when you go like that with the crust. You know, you eat all of the thing, it's lovely, and you get to the crust and you're like, let's throw that away. You know, like Luke Skywalker throwing the lightsaber in Last Jedi. Get that in there. And then I'd have like a side dish with it. I'd have some nice garlic bread with that. Yeah, a nice bit of garlic bread. Oh, and a nice dip as well, like a garlic and herb dip, or like a burger sauce dip, or something like that, you know. And then for dessert, I'd have sticky toffee pudding with a scoop of ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and custard. So I'd have custard put on the sticky toffee pudding, and then just a little scoop of vanilla ice cream on the side of it. A nice big slab of sticky toffee pudding, no little like a la carte circle. I'm talking like a big like piece like that, because I'm doing a love art. Nice square. I should have just got something that's a square, but yeah, that would be my my meal. And then for drink, I'd have, if I'm having an alcoholic drink, probably quite something not too, you know, I wouldn't have a cider, although I do like drinking cider. I'd probably go with like a Havana and Coke, you know, a rum and Coke. So like spice rum, Havana. I say Havana because I had that last time we went out for a family meal for my mum's birthday, and that was lovely. You know, that tasted lovely. So yeah, Havana and Coke, or a spice rum like Captain Morgan's, or a Kraken and Coke. That's more of a darker rum. But yeah, and then if it's non-alcoholic, probably a Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I do like a Dr. Pepper. Yeah, can't go wrong with Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper Zero is actually not too bad either. It tastes relatively the same. You can tell there's something missing, but it's okay. And then, yeah, that's my starter, main, dessert. If I was to have to, you know, it's like you're going on a fasting for a year, and this is your last dish. You won't go fasting for a year, but you know what I mean. Just stay with me. That's what you've got to have. That would be my starter, main, dessert. So have a discussion between yourselves. You know, what would you have as a starter, main, dessert? Do you agree with any of my suggestions of a starter, main, dessert? I think a lot of people will pick pizza as a main because pizza's universally loved, unless you're, you know, lactose intolerant. Is that the word? Yeah, when it will just flush straight through you. So maybe you don't want to have that. But you can get vegan pizzas, so there is a way around it. So, or like lactose-free pizzas. So, but yeah, random video. But yeah, I'll have to think of what we're going to title this one. But I hope to see you in the next one. I am uploading this video hopefully today, and I'm also going to upload the finale of Resident Evil 3 today as well, because I forgot to do that as well. So you're going to get 2 videos on Saturday, hopefully. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. Take care. See you later.